and the outer court.
Exactly. Oh man. Yeah.
So hey, it goes perfectly into it, man. Let's talk about the elect as the inner court, man. The rest in Israel, you know, and then the other court, the Gentiles, you know, we won't be able to enter.
That's right.
Know?
That's right.
Let's go back to Ezekiel 9.
Ezekiel 9:4.
About 10 more minutes.
And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite.
Right, and the other ones go ye out through the city and smite. And that's the rest of the 2/3, okay, of our people. Okay, according to Zechariah 13:8, man, they're going to be destroyed, man. The rest of them are going to be smitten, man, along with the rest of the heathen nations. Because why? They walked in great pride, as we went into in the second Ezra, the 8th
Right.
chapter.
That's right.
Okay, so we're seeking out the people that are like-minded unto us, such as like us, that are sighing and crying. But then the rest of them, okay, they're going to go through. The angels are going to smite, man. So it's going to be apparitions. It's going to be concentration camps. It's also going to be nuclear destruction. It's going to be at the hands of the men of the Lord. It's going to be handled diseases, famine, noisome beasts, pestilence, all these different things, man. The Lord has various ways. That's why the scripture says the slain of the Lord shall be many. You know, Isaiah 66, man. That's why he has so many ways to kill people, you know. He has a lot of killing people. Right?
Let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity.
Right, let not your eye spare, neither have pity, man. It don't be just because you a dying, so-called dying piece, that you're going to have mercy on you, or you a cute little baby. No, man, everyone's going to get it, okay? Whoever's judgment is written to get judged like that, man, you're going to get it, man. There's the scripture say that, Colossians 3:25, there's no respect of persons.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Slay utterly old and young.
Slay utterly old and young. Some elderly women, okay, Miss Bessie, that makes them pound cakes up the street that's 87 years old, has been in church for 60 years and ain't learned nothing.
Right.
She gonna get it, okay? That little toddler that you always see playing on the boards, they gonna get it as well, man. Old and young, and in between, man. Go ahead.
Both maids and little children and women.
Maids, little children, and women, man. It ain't gonna be none of that worship of the woman that day, man. These women get their judgment, man. Go ahead.
But come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
Right. But come not near any man who has the mark, man. That one, what I said, thorough while. Okay, being exempt from judgment, man. Okay, those men are going to be protected. They're going to be passed over in this time, as Jacob was passed over in Egypt, ancient Egypt. Will be passed over again here. Okay, go ahead.
And begin in my sanctuary.
And begin in my sanctuary, man. Soon, Israel. Okay, we're going to start with Israel, man. You know. That's it.
Gotta appreciate it. This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 13. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, write, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. And again, those works are synonymous. Ultimately, the Lord, by grace we saved, and we get that. Right. But those men that are saved by grace are still going to be showing exceptional faith. All right, as that time comes. Blah. Yeah, I think they're doing that themselves. But anyway, their exceptional faith is going to show them, and that's going to be a sign of their salvation, of our salvation, Lord willing, we're those men. Okay, the Lord is going to mark those men that show forth that faith in this time that's coming. It takes faith to come out here and preach. All right, it takes faith to do your shows. It takes faith to abstain from flesh. All right, it takes faith to believe in this word and give a prophet water. All right, but the Lord said he's going to give us rest from these different labors. But now let's go into that judgment that we're reading about. All right, Revelation chapter 14, verse 14. And I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud sat one like the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat in the cloud, thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time has come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. All right, and what we read earlier in Ezekiel, the 7th chapter, the 10th verse, it said what? Pride has budded. Okay, so when it has budded, that's where it's time for the Lord to reap, man, because it went all the way up into its height. And now it's to the point where the Lord has to reap all of this stuff up. And that reap is symbolic for mass death and judgment that the Lord is getting ready to bring, man. All right, due to your wickedness. Okay. It says, and he that sat on the cloud thrust in the sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple, which is in heaven, and also having a sharp sickle. Now this angel has a sickle, okay? And it says, and another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried out with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust in the sickle in the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of the Most High. The wrath of the Most High. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and the blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse's bridle, by the space of 1,006 furlongs, man. Mass death. All right, that's why I wanted to bring that precept up, because the brother had quoted Isaiah where it says, the slain of the Lord shall be many. So it's going to be Yahweh Shai that comes with that sickle and reaps. And not only is that angel going to have the sickle, but it's going to be multiple angels with sickles. The men of the Lord are going to have sickles, killing instruments. It's going to be death out here on these streets, and you people can't even comprehend it nor perceive it. And you ain't going to be able to understand it until you actually see it before your very own eyes. And that's when you're going to realize that a prophet, that's going to be when it's going to be fully set in your spirit, fully set, that a prophet was sent amongst you, and you didn't receive that prophet and the words that that prophet had spoken, man.
That's right. And
that was it on that.
And like I said, that goes to the slain of the Lord shall be many, man. And also they push him out of Isaiah 63. It's talking about Yahweh shall looks like he tread the wine press.
That's right. That's right.
You know, that's how much blood is going to be shed here in judgment, man. You know, in those times. Man.
Right.
You know, as I say, it's like it's up to a horse's bridle. Anyone that's ever been next to a horse, you know, a horse is tall as hell.
That's tall. That's
you
right.
know, so now does that mean we're figuratively going to be swimming in blood? No, man. That means that the Lord's got a lot of people to judge because of their wickedness, man. Okay, that's what's going to happen.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of judgment for people who refuse to repent and turn it back from your ways, man.
Right.
You know, that's how many people there'll be so many dead bodies out here you can't bury them, man. There's not going to be nowhere to put them, man. There's not going to be anyone to hold a funeral service or bury them. That's how many dead people are going to be out here. You know, that's right. Get off of Isaiah 66.
Isaiah.
No, you got it, brother. I was going to fill it in while he was looking for it, but he already got it.
Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord Yahweh will come with fire.
Right. It's going with fire. Go ahead.
And with his chariots like a whirlwind.
Right, with his chariots like a whirlwind, man. And when it's talking about the so-called UFOs, man. Those are the chariots of the Heavenly Father, man. That's why the science are increasing more and more.
Right.
Okay.
Beautiful.
They're manifesting themselves. Okay. Right. Also, like Zechariah the 5th chapter said, they're entering into the house of the thief. Okay. And pretty soon they're gonna crack them clouds, and they're gonna be here to stay, man, to issue out judgment, because they're gonna be a part of the destruction as well, man. You know, they're gonna be shooting out laser beams and turning people into dust also. Go ahead.
To render his anger with fury.
And to render his anger with fury, man. See, people talk about the Most High as all love, man. No, man. He's duality.
Yeah.
He's evil and good, man. The Most High is terrible, man. He can be terrible. They didn't call him Al-Shaja for nothing.
Yeah. Right.
You know, he didn't drown, like, all loving God didn't drown the whole world, man. Except for 8 people and then animals two by two, you know. But for the most part, percentage-wise, like 97, 98% of the world got killed. Bugs and all, man. Killed everything, man. That's not all love, man. Go ahead.
In his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
Right, by fire and by the sword, he's going to plead with all flesh, man. He's got a lot of killing. Go ahead.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
The slain of the Lord shall be many, man. You know what's going to escape that judgment? It's going to be the elect, man. The 144,000 and 1/3. And then we go out, and obviously, then some of the other nations go into captivity. You know, like the elites, for example. They're going to walk into slavery, man. They're not going to just get that easy way out of judgment and being killed and go to spirit. No, man. All the shit that you did, all these people you enslaved on planet Earth with your money, you're gonna receive that, man. You're gonna have a chance to see how it feels to go into slavery and have shit talked to you and be beaten, okay, and being downtrodden, okay, being made fun of, being looked at as nothing. You're gonna get a chance to feel all that, man. You know.
Revelation 19 chapter goes directly into Yahweh Shai comes back putting the heathen in subjection.
That's right. That's right. So you're gonna have 12 crowns upon his head, you know. On that white horse, which is that chariot, that father's shit, man. You know. So hey, that's pretty much all I had. You know what I mean? Hey, with that, Lord willing, edifying Fakyam, and we'll give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash.
double honor to our apostles and elders of great millstone, rule out through spirit. Much peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom.